You mentioned something. I remember the first time I ever got through on a radio show. Santa was on the other line, and I got to ask Santa for a cat, and my parents were like, "Oh no, she got through." They didn't want Santa to bring me a cat, and Santa didn't deliver that year, but he delivered another year. So
that's nice.
yeah,
They love it though. It is fun, and the listeners are always excited, no matter what it is. So
all right. Well, Shawn and Sue,
We were talking about the spectacular this year.
Yes.
Something new.
Oh yeah.
We're giving away a Disney trip,
Oh,
a
yeah.
Walt Disney
out.
trip. Somebody who's coming to the
nice.
spectacular will win a Walt Disney World trip.
Ooh, all right. So that's October 23rd.
Yes.
I might be hanging out there
on,
too.
bring the
Absolutely. You can meet Shawn and Sue, and we want you to stay with us as we continue here on Eye on Ocean County. Stay with us.
Hey guys, thanks for coming.
Are we in trouble?
No, you're not in trouble. I just want to set some ground rules.
Like what?
Well, remember last week when you hit Vinny in the head with the shovel?
I do not recall that.
Of course not. Well, it was pretty graphic. Too graphic for the kids. So I'm gonna have to block you.
You know, I got to make this up to you. This is Vinny's watch, and I want you to have it. You deserve it.
Thank you. That's really not necessary.
No. Come here.
Anyone else?
My name is David, and in 8 years, I'll be an alcoholic.
Hi, David.
I'll start drinking in middle school, just at parties. But my parents won't start talking to me about it till high school. And by then, I'll already be in some trouble.
Kids who drink before age 15 are 5 times more likely to have alcohol problems when they're adults.
The thing is, my parents won't even see it coming.
So start talking.
Who's next?
Before they start drinking.
Sure, they're juicy and delicious. But did you know fruits like melon and mango are packed with vitamin A to help you see better? Eating fruit can also help make your teeth, skin, and hair healthy and strong. Can your food do that? Run, throw, think, eat better. Find out more at smallstep.gov.
Your heart rate's a little fast.
Cause of death, acute myocardial infarction.
Have you tried a weight loss program?
Likely caused by type 2 diabetes and heart disease.
Still smoking?
Victim's lungs are black and scarred.
You can get a physical exam now, or you can get one later. Talk to your doctor about a physical. Learn how to lower your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease and live a healthier life.
We're back here on Eye on Ocean County. I'm Laura Jones. My guests this half hour, Shawn and Sue. Shawn Michael, Sue Moll, they're the co-hosts from the Ocean County Breakfast Show on WOBM. You all have been on the air together for 8 years. Shawn, you've been with the company for even longer. Again, it's about really giving something back to the community. It's not just a job where you clock in, you clock out. You're on the air, you know, you're delivering news, information, weather, traffic. People, you know, they really depend on it, and it becomes a vital point of their morning routine. And what happens when you go on vacation?
Yeah.
It throws everybody off.
Go on vacation, you wake up at 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning and you want to get everybody out of bed, but Disney doesn't open for another few hours. So, you know, I'm like having coffee downstairs in the lobby while everybody else is sleeping.
Right.
Your body clock does. You ask anybody that does the show with us, you know, Kevin Williams, who's involved with us, the body clock is like that.
Right.
You know?
So what about the evolution of radio and just how far you've come in 8 years where people can interact on Facebook, they can listen online. There are so many ways, you know, if somebody wants to listen in another state, they can listen and they can hear you.
Yeah, it's truly amazing. Everything, you can get it on your iPhone now. It's an app with WOBM. Everything's right online. Twitter has been amazing. Facebook is great for WOBM. Lots of listeners talking to us every morning that might not be able to get to that phone and call in, but they can still have a conversation with us through Facebook.
And those are things that you put up, topics, questions of the day. You can get that. So people can also write something online and then they can listen and they can feel like, okay,
Whoa,
I didn't.
They just said my name, you know, or we'll announce their name.
Well, how difficult is it to get through on the line? How many lines are there? Because, you know, I remember as a little girl, I would, dial on the rotary phone, try and get through to make a request. How many lines
Well, there's
are
a bunch. There's a bunch. There's half a dozen. And sometimes it depends. I mean, if we're doing contests and things, it can get difficult. Other times we'd wish they were, bing and bing bing and even more.
Right.
Because we're talking about a topic or whatever. And that's something that's funny because when we don't know how a topic is going to go. Some days you talk about stuff that goes, phone lines light up. Other days, and pretty quick, and there's nothing, and it's like, oh, okay, so this
You're hearing crickets.
Yeah, this is not going to go anywhere.
But you have to make it work, and how do you do that?
Well, the majority of the time, when we talk about a certain food topic or a memory, like what's your favorite lunchbox or the TVs or what's your favorite meal, the phone lines will go crazy. Yeah, talk about and those special memories about growing up when you were a kid. That's what everyone wants to talk about.
People want to chime in on that.
Some things you never know how they're going to go.
Yeah.
And those are fun when they surprise you, when it gets a big
When
response.
it goes really well.
When it gets
pick
a big
topic
response.
that they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any come to mind that have blown you away?
Different things. Sometimes you talk about something that's serious, and you'll be surprised that you get a lot of time. And sometimes something so frivolous.
Right.
You're like, what poster did you have as a child growing up on your wall? And the girls go crazy, and we get so many calls.
Tiger
we can't.
Beat.
Yes.
Magazine.
Bop.
Yeah.
And we can't get it. We can't get them all in.
Right.
And then other things where you were like, oh well, that's a pretty serious, prevalent topic. People in the morning didn't want to talk about it that day. And anybody doing morning radio knows you're not always going to hit on something people want to talk about.
Exactly.
And it just depends on the type of day they're having. What's the weather outside? If it's a good sunny day, they may be more into talking and happy. Rainy, cold, snowy day, they may not be apt to call you on the phone.
What soup do you like?
Exactly.
Something like
You brought
that.
up a good
Your
point.
favorite hot beverage.
We've seen with Facebook and Twitter, people are more, they'll respond to you quicker and easier through the social medias than they might want to call up on the phone now, because their busy, hectic life, it's so much easier
They're multitasking.
to answer us real quick on Facebook and then move on to go to work. As opposed to
dialing up
waiting on the phone to talk to us,
Right, right. Well, you can follow on Facebook and on Twitter. A couple of the pictures that we have of some of the exciting things that you all do there. One is called Stuff a Bus, and this is school supplies for Ocean County schools. This is what you do.
We do that at the end of the summer, just before school starts, and we try to raise as many school supplies as we can.
There's a picture. You also have the Back to School Blast. And that is that part of it?
Lots of fun, yep, at the Ocean County Mall. That's a lot of fun, where lots of vendors come out and talk about their businesses and fun things for. Well, there's always a magician out there. Fun things for kids.
Resources for mom
and
dad that they can utilize.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
During the school year, whether it's babysitting, whether it's childcare, whether it's after-school activities, dancing, gymnastics, and things like that.
There is, even though media and television and things have evolved, there's just call your local radio station. You can get answers, right? Am I right? People call. You must get some really out there questions sometimes. But basic, like, where do I go for this? Do you know? People think those on the radio have the answer to everything, especially a morning person.
And our secretary, Joyce, who does a great job, always gets those questions, probably more than we do. It's wonderful that the cell phones now are huge, where if there's an accident before our traffic can even get to it, they're letting us know.
They're telling you.
Exit 90 on the Parkway, there's a problem, and that's what we need to know.
Right, right. We had another picture. I don't know if we can get it up in time. You also have a charity softball game. So you have a lot of fun. You interact with the community. Clearly, you guys, have a great relationship with each other. Oh, look, there's a picture there. Again, folks, you can get them on iPhone, your iPod Touch. You can get them streaming pretty much anywhere. WOBM. Shawn and Sue, thank you so much for putting a face to the voices for those who haven't been able to get out there and meet them. And you can find out more by going online to check out all of their events and other contests. Thanks so much for watching Eye on Ocean County.